back on them now, these niggas feel me. Never dream of letting them down, that shit'll kill me. First year the money was dirty, but now it's filthy. Dear Heavenly Father, you know the real me. I used to hide it in the attic.
Hey, this is Lupin. I just wanted to break down a few things for y'all. In this real estate business, you're gonna have little hiccups, and I was basically blessed with the pleasure of actually getting on stage with Byron the Investor at the 100K Club event, and I got a chance to speak briefly about memorandums. So I actually want to give you a scenario to a property that we had under contract, and by working with Byron the Investor, he actually gave me a tool that I can use on a regular and consistent basis. And this was actually using this with a pre-foreclosure property. And this pre-foreclosure property was an actual lead that we got through Lead Genie. So big shout out to T-Rob also over there at leadgenie.com. So I wanted to let y'all know this was a pre-foreclosure lead that people should go for. So go for pre-foreclosures, but know that you're trying to provide a particular service and you are trying to get people, money to actually move and relocate versus than just trying to get them out their property so you can make some money. And that's what I was trying to do. I was actually trying to get this owner $15,000, and I wanted to make sure that they had money to relocate when the other investor that left before me was offering them a deal that only was going to give them like $7,000 and some change. So I matched that ×2 to lock the deal up under contract, and basically give them enough money to not only relocate, but to have a couple months of rent and a $10,000 down payment for the next property when they once they get their situation together. I actually gave them all that advice during the actual meet up for the agreement to be signed. So there was another investor that came after me, but what this other investor offered them was a sub-2 deal to where that they could remain in the property and they get to pay less rent and stay on the property. It's like that was super thumbs up to them, so they was gonna count me out. But little did they know, I actually had a teaching lesson from Byron the Investor. When working with pre-foreclosures, do the memorandum right there with it at the same time so you can seal your position and you can actually perform. And once they don't allow you to perform, then hey, that person would have to buy you out, or the new investor that is coming in that's trying to purchase the property in whatever creative way that they want to purchase the property is perfectly fine, but they need to speak with you first because you put the memorandum in place that solidified your position. So that's one thing that you should always know when dealing with pre-foreclosures. The memorandum gets filed right with it. Now, I don't go to the county no more, but some counties, you may have to go to the county. In my county, I deal with Patriot Title, and I have a awesome escrow agent, and she files it electronically. So no more courthouses, no more parking garages, no more taking off my shoes and stuff. Press of a button. Make it easy for yourself when you're working. Make it easy for yourself. And this deal actually got closed when the other investor called me and I told them that, hey, you're gonna have to buy us out. You know, we put a lot of effort into bringing the money to the table. We had a buyer in place within, I say a week to 2 weeks. Money was already on the table. We were ready to close. Sellers disappeared. When your seller disappear or don't answer the phone, that's usually red flags. Make sure the memorandum is in place. I repeat, so I just said this about 4 times, memorandums. Make sure it's in place. And then the guy was like, oh man, we're not gonna do anything. We're gonna take you to court. And I said, hey, my paperwork is gonna make the paperwork. And don't get frustrated. Do not get out of character today. You still provide value. You still get paid. And you utilize your time wisely. So at the end of the day, we ended up getting $2,000 checks a piece, just by simply having a memorandum in place. $2,000 for me, $2,000 for Byron the Investor who was doing the deposition, $2,000 for Tony the closer, who sent the lead over from Lead Genie. Easy money, and then the seller and the other investor had their deal going on also, and they perfectly happy. So, hope this was some good value for you. Peace. Ever
deep in the game.
Cameras high, bitch, I'm about to make a movie. The money rolling in, that's the only thing that move me.